Hey guys, wanted to give you a quick update. So it's been a hard night. I slept some, but at least one of the puppies whined almost all night. I had to get up several times. Then they got quiet. But let me wrap this up real quick. I've been up, I've only about an hour maybe. Finally, I just walked to Ladybird, just got back, and my friend David from church showed up. He gives me some boxes of frozen food and frozen dinners. And man, let me just say, this morning I woke up and there wasn't. So we had six. Two died. Two I buried yesterday. Today I got another one that's dead today. Now it wasn't stone hard as a board because at 2 in the morning, all four of them were still fine. Except that they were whining most of the night. Not they. I want to say there was one particular, and it might be the one that died, but I'm not sure. And then somebody told me about making a normal size bowl of water that's for dogs, like a dog bowl. You put the water in, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, mix it up. Of course, they don't want to try. They're trying to touch it. They're trying to eat it, or they are not wanting to eat even regular water without apple cider vinegar. They're barely able to drink it. So I had to find a little bottle with like a thing on the top of it where you got something to squirt. So what I've been doing is until I went to bed last night, I squirted a little bit of mixture of that down their throats for like every couple hours. I did that until I was laying down and trying to relax and go to sleep. This morning, I've already done it immediately after I got the dead puppy up and out of the room. I bagged it up because I got to figure out how I'm going to dig a hole today. The handle broke on my neighbor's shovel yesterday. I got to buy a new shovel. And this is not to be poo-hoo pity-potty, but David showed up. He hadn't responded to me in a text yesterday, but he showed up. He comes every Wednesday if he can. Gives me these dinners. I was telling him what was up. And I don't know if I have enough, but he gave me $20, and I said, well, I'll see if I can get some dewormer with $20, but I don't think I can. The last time I ever looked at it, like 3.5 years ago, or whenever it was when Ladybird was first around, I think the cheapest dewormer I saw, and I think I might have been at Walmart there, it was like $20 or $25, and I'm not sure if I'm remembering correctly, but I'm sure if it was, that by now I'm probably looking at even more. So I know he was giving me what he could, and I didn't ask. He said, well, can I give you $20, man? Will it help? Because I told him, I said, man, I'm almost 2 weeks away from payday, and I can't get dewormer. So I'm going to see what I can do today. I'm going to get a ride here in a little bit once I know everybody's kind of moving. I don't want to go and be bothering nobody for a ride anywhere until I know they're awake and stuff. That's just out of respect. Even though most people are up at this time, and I might even go over and talk to them here in a little bit, they're probably up. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. So we're down to 3. I believe it's 1 girl and 2 boys. And I'm in the process of cleaning the floors in there, or I'm about to sweep and clean. Since yesterday, I'm not throwing down anything to clean. I'm not putting any cleaner on the floor or nothing like that. But I was always careful that once I put the cleaner down, I mopped it up. I put a fan in there, had the window open, and I dried everything out before they ever went back in. I was changing it. But that's still irrelevant because whatever it is, whether it be hookworm, I think it's hookworms. We found some information online about hookworms, and hookworms will cause nerve damage, and they have a hard time holding themselves up. That's what's causing weakness in their legs. Now, last night I was freaked out. I wanted to make this short, and it's going to still be short. But one of the puppies, and I'm not sure if it's the dead puppy, but I think the puppy that was having the issue is still alive. I was in my room. I found them, had them all in there. Stuff starting knocking stuff and everything. I get up and go in there. The puppy was flopping around. It was trying, every time it would try to get up and move or anything, it just went into convulsions, and it was flopping all over the floor, hitting everything. So I took it outside because I was like, in my mind, I know that if one has whatever it is, they all probably already have it. So it's just a matter of, are any of them going to survive, if at all? So I put it outside and I was monitoring it, and boy, Ladybird was going crazy because I had her off the cable, but she was making sure that puppy was all right. And over a period of time, it's gained back its coherence somewhat and was able to move her a little bit. So I put it back in, and then I just had a long night. But I want to tell you, I'm not giving up on nothing. I've accepted that this may be the inevitable already happening. This is the way of nature. People can call me a butthole or whatever, but I had a long, good conversation with a friend last night. Well, 2 conversations with 2 friends. But I want to say one friend that I ain't seen in years reached out, and it was beautiful. And he knows who he is, and he asked me to call him every Tuesday now. And that's something I can put on my schedule. I've got stuff I'm working on daily. I've got stuff I'm working towards weekly for the channel. But that's something in my personal life every Tuesday. If I'm able to or whatever, I'm going to call him. He said we can talk for 2 minutes, we can talk for 5, we can talk for 2 hours. But it's a schedule. And he let me know that I'm helping him. It's amazing, man. When you start trying, you can do wonders. You won't ever know who you may be affecting. Let me tell you, I don't know who all this is affecting out there, but I have gotten so much confirmation in the past 3 or 4 days from you guys that I'm doing something. Whether I'm doing my toy videos, I'm doing my meditation reading videos, whether I'm just sharing this stuff with the puppies. I want to tell y'all I appreciate all the support yesterday. I appreciate all the feedback, all the advice. People reaching out through Messenger or on Instagram and telling me what they thought or just comforting me. That meant the world. And I wanted to give up. I could have talked myself into using what change I had and said, I want to drink. No, I didn't. I could have used the night before the incident with the dude here and they all having to come, and it had nothing to do with me, really. I just happened to be a bystander because some asshole wanted to show up and not tell me that they were being looked for or that they had said something out of line to the other neighbors. Point being, things are going to get tough, and they're going to get tougher sometimes. But I'm being sharpened. And I'm going to be so sharp at some point when I told my friend last night, it's about how I am reacting to this. I'm going to get through everything. As long as there's breath in my body, I'm going to continue to move forward with the role I have been put into in this world. I didn't choose it. Well, we could say I did. I agreed to it, and you can believe me or not, I agreed to this life before I ever got here. And you can take it with a grain of salt. I don't care. Whether you want to, there's biblical references. I'm not going to pull them up, and I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. But there's also other references. There's plenty of stuff out there that'll tell you about it. But I can't make you believe anything. But God had this intended for me all along, and I'm on a roll. I'm on the ball. I'm on the road, and I'm moving forward, and I'm going to see this mission as far as this. As long as I'm breathing, I'm going to keep on. I'm going to keep trucking, keep going. And I suggest y'all do the same. Don't make excuses for why you can't do something. Make excuses for why you need to do something. I don't care if it's the smallest of things. Because Gray Cloud, Mr. Jason, or whatever, for the people that knew me as Jason. But please don't comment please do not use that word in the comments. I beg of you. There's reasons. But if you knew me back then, it's okay. I'm just telling you. Please respect it. But if you knew me at a different time, I understand. It's hard to try to call somebody by something different that y'all you've ever known what's their name. But my friend assured me that I'm still the same. I don't know. All I got to say is I was told that they thought I'd be dead or whatever, but they were so happy that I'm still kicking and that I was told I've made 180-degree turnarounds from where I was at when they last seen me. That meant a lot. And I'm not bragging, and maybe it's okay to brag about the good things, but I'm just telling you, that's my confirmation, all the way from my friend's grandbaby listening to my videos to my friend from years back that we're brothers, telling me that, from a friend that I've just known for the time that I've been in Alabama, but knowing he's my brother. The people online, that you guys in the comments, the people on social media that are connecting to me and really being genuine with me, and I'm being genuine with you, I appreciate all y'all. It's just going to get better. The best is yet to come. I know a lot of dumb political commentary video YouTube channels use that with this Trump stuff. I'm not speaking of politics or any Trump thing. And not that that's a bad thing, but we can apply that in all aspects of life. I know this thing is just very in its beginning stages. And it's not just me. It's going to take all of us. Anybody that wants to be part of this, I welcome you. I'm glad to have you along for the ride, and you got a part in the team. Don't know where it's at. But now I'm not discrediting anybody else that I've done said, hey, you're a team player or you're part of. But I'm saying I'm building towards something bigger. God, the Spirit, whatever you are calling it, however it comes to you, I'm not here to debate all that and try to convince nobody. I just know what it is. I know what it does for me. I know how it's working. And there's a bigger picture. And we're getting there. But the only day that I can worry about or think about and not worry about it, but it's the day I'm in, and that's the day. Until next time, Mr. Cloud says the eternal moment, over and out. Booyah, Ditto!